everybody. My name is Sandhya. As you already know, I study in 9th standard nursing. Today I'm going to tell you about a story whose title is The Haunted Desk. This story is about a desk, an antique desk, which is bought by Ryan and his family. And this family loves old stuff, and even their house is really old. All the furniture, every single thing is old, as they like antique stuff. And now I'll begin with the story. I'm, I'm sure this is the best desk you have ever seen, said Ryan's mom to Ryan. Ryan was a 14-year-old boy who studied in East High Academy and had shifted to a new house. He thought, yeah, sure, this desk is really old, just like my house, he said sarcastically to himself. His mom said, I'm sure you will like it, it's really good. Ryan said, Mom, please can I not buy this desk, it's too old. You see the scratches on it, it's so, all the scratches and everything, and it's so old, and I don't really want this, I want a really brand new one. But his mother was very adamant. She said, no, you should buy this desk, and you already know that we all like old stuff, so it's better. So once they bought the desk, Ryan started keeping all his stuff in the desk. His books on the table, his brand new Swiss knife in the left drawer, and his really valuable cards and other valuable stuff in the another drawer, and he locked the drawer and kept the key under the bed. He was sure that no one would take anything from there, and he went to sleep. But when he got up in the morning, he saw that the drawer with the valuable cards was open, but the key was under his bed, and nothing was taken away from it. He thought, I'm sure Bobby did it. Bobby was his younger brother who was just 13 years old and loved to trouble him. So he went to Bobby's bedroom, but Bobby was still sleeping. He asked Bobby why you did it. Why did you open my drawer? And how did you open my drawer? Bobby asked, what? I didn't do anything. I didn't even come to your room. Ryan said, no, I'm sure you did, because the drawer is open, and except you, who will do it? Bobby said, I think you're still dreaming. I don't think you're in your mind. I think you should go to sleep. And Ryan told, fine, we'll talk about it in the morning. He went to his bed, but he was still thinking who would open his drawer, but nothing was stolen. So he told that fine, in the morning we'll talk about it. He went to his bedroom, and suddenly he saw that the computer was got switched on and switched off on its own. He searched the bedroom, but no one was there. And when he saw the computer, there's something written, but again it got switched off suddenly. He thought, but no one's there, but who could do it? Then he thought it must be Marty. Marty Pontings was Ryan's best friend and a computer genius. Ryan thought, I'm sure I'll call Marty and ask him why he did this. When he took the phone was dead, and no one was picking the phone, so it was dead. And then he thought, fine, in the morning when I go to school, I'll go talk to him. And he went to sleep. He suddenly heard a scraping sound on his desk. He got up with a start and saw nothing was there on the table. When he went to his desk, he saw that it was written in scrambled words, the word ELIV. When he saw it properly, he read it, evil. And his desk was his drawers were open. He saw that the Swiss knife was outside. He thought, who would have done it? No one was there in the room. He got scared and went to his father and spoke to him. But his father didn't believe him. He told it must be just Bobby's tricks. But Ryan was sure that Bobby would never do like this. And I didn't even see Bobby in the room. But his father said, leave it, we'll talk about it later. Then Ryan went to his school and came back. That day his family was going to go out for dinner, and as they had a meeting with the other, like a conference with the other families and everything, but Ryan told them that he was not feeling so well and he didn't want to come. So his parents and Bobby went out, and Ryan stayed at home. Ryan went to his room and he saw that his desk and his bed was shaking. As he went to his desk, he tried to stop it from shaking, but it was not stopping. He suddenly shouted, "Ow!" and saw his finger. There was a staple pin stuck to his finger, and the stapler was on the desk. He told, "How did this happen? I didn't staple my finger." He tried to take it out, but it was hurting a lot and he couldn't take it out. Suddenly, the table rised up and it was going to hit him, but he ducked, so it went and hit the cupboard. And then again, the chairs rised up and tried to hit him, but it wouldn't. He ran out of his room and he was badly bruised. And then that time itself, his parents came and his parents asked him, "What happened? Why are you so hurt? You're so badly hurt. You have so much blood." And when Ryan told them that his room, something is there, don't go his room. But his father said, "I'm sure you must have just fallen down. Let me go to your room and see." When he went to his room, he saw that everything was scattered. The tables and the chair was broken. The desk, the arms were broken. And he told, "How could this happen? And how did all this happen?" And he was going to tell what happened, but his mom said that tell me later. Just let's get you to the doctor and see what happened. When he came back, he told his father about it. His father told, "I'll go to the shopkeeper and ask him whose desk it was." When he went, the shopkeeper told that it was this a rich man, Mr. Robert, who died and had given it to our shop. When his father came to know about this, he went and told his sons that it was this Mr. Robert, whose desk it was. Then his father said, "I'll tell you the story about Mr. Robert. Mr. Robert was a very rich person, but he was very mean. He never liked children at all, as he didn't have children himself, and he hated children. He because all the children in his colony used to come and ring the bell and run away, and he hated this. Then once in Halloween night, he kept sweets in a bowl and said, "Take how much ever you want." But when children came inside, they saw live beetles and most of them ran away. His sons asked him, how did he know? He said because his father said that because I was one of those kids that time. And his father decided to burn the desk so that it will never haunt anyone. And the desk was taken and burnt away. And after that, nothing else happened in the house. Thank you.